In the heart of the Valley of Palms lived a girl named Adanna. She did not just walk, she seemed to glide, her presence carrying a grace that felt ancient. The elders whispered that she was the beauty of the gods, a child blessed by the spirits themselves. But in the village of men, such beauty is rarely seen as a gift. It is often seen as a mirror that reflects the insecurities of others. While Adanna's mother, Neka, looked at her daughter with pride, she also looked at her with fear. She saw the way the other young women, Anna, Olivia, and Bant, watched Adanna. Their eyes were not full of admiration, but of a cold, simmering resentment. Adanna was a soul built for kindness. She didn't understand why the laughter stopped when she approached. "Mother," she would ask, "why do they hide their hearts from me?" Neka would sigh, pulling her daughter close. "Adanna, the moon does not ask the stars for permission to shine, but the stars often grow weary of being outshone. Stay close to me. True friendship is not found in those who seek to compete with your light." The atmosphere changed when the great proclamation arrived. The king's son, Prince Jengo, was of age. A grand dance was to be held at the palace, and it was whispered that the prince would choose his bride from among the maidens. Anna, Olivia, and Bant saw this as a threat. If Adanna attended, they believed they stood no chance. They met in the shadows of the Iroko tree, whispering a plan born of malice. The next morning, they did the unthinkable. They spoke to Adanna. They brought gifts. They complimented her hair. They laughed at her jokes. For Adanna, it was as if a drought had finally ended. She drank in their false kindness hungrily. "Adanna," Anna whispered on the day of the dance, "we know a secret. There is a hidden spring in the deep bush. Its water makes the skin glow like the sun itself. We are going there to bathe before the palace gates open. Come with us." Adanna followed them, her heart light with the prospect of a shared secret. But as the village sounds faded, the path grew jagged. Suddenly, the girl stopped. "It's just through those ferns," Olivia pointed. As Adanna stepped forward, the ground vanished. A pit, deep and lined with sharp roots, had been camouflaged with thin branches and earth. Adanna screamed as she fell, her air rushing past her until she hit the cold, damp floor of the earth. "Stay there, beauty of the gods," Bant mocked. "Let the worms be your audience tonight. The prince has no use for a girl covered in mud and shame." They threw more branches over the opening, plunging Adanna into total darkness, and ran toward the palace lights. The night was a nightmare of pain for Adanna and a night of silent mourning for her mother at the palace. But as the first light of dawn broke, a hunter named Dinta, known for his keen ears, heard a sound that didn't belong to the forest. It wasn't the cry of a bird or the growl of a predator. It was the soft, rhythmic sob of a broken heart. Using his climbing ropes, he descended. He found Adanna, her dress ruined, her knees bloodied, but her spirit burning with a new, sharp clarity. He carried her out of the earth and straight to the gates of the king. The confrontation